You are not going to wear that goddamn outfit through this whole review.
I am vengeance.
I am Leon.
I am the knight. I am Batman.
Leon, am I going to have to wear this stupid girl costume all day, or are you going to come save me already?
Not Leon. I'm Batman.
Oh, sorry. Batman, save me!
Why does Batman sound like he's wearing a suit and like Depends diapers? He's like walking around with his bat cane.
Yeah, you know what?
I am the knight.
Okay, you black as night. You black man. We got okay.
I am vengeance.
Okay, look, let's make a compromise. You can keep the hood on them pointy ears, but take the suit off. Them tights have got to go, man.
Oh, okay. They were kind of itching me anyway.
All right. So now we can move on to this whole
They're
thing.
riding up.
But but hey, man, I can understand why you would want to be Batman because goddamn this movie was the shit.
Hell yeah. It's everything everybody's been waiting on. It's been hyped up for a whole year. You've seen so much of it, and you still ain't seen nothing.
Yeah, there is one really big bad thing about this movie, though, and that's that I don't know if I'll ever be able to watch Batman Begins again. It's so much better than that one was.
Oh yeah, no, it's incredible. What did you think?
I hate it when you do that. When you're just like, what did you blew out the whole train. I'll jump in when I'm ready to jump on that. What did I think? I thought it was.
You scare me, boy. Just sitting over there, just looking at me. You make me nervous.
When he's
I'm
that
sorry.
quiet, he's either getting ready to jump on you or he's dead.
Yeah, you've killed us in 2 of these reviews already. We want to give you your shot.
There's one man who wants to be the Batman, and there's one man who knows how to brood like the Batman.
Oh, and that's you. Okay.
I am the Knight, and I liked the Dark Knight.
So did you? You did. You just
No, it's a fantastic film. You guys are absolutely spot on. This movie has a big, swinging, sweaty pair of nuts. This movie, I swear to God, Christopher Nolan sat down and said, we're doing a Joker movie. So if we're going to do it, let's sit down and see how they did it before. And they sat down to watch the first Batman movie and said,
This is crap.
This is some bullshit. This is some serious bullshit. So let's take some of these elements from here and let's kind of turn them on their ear and make fun of them.
You talking about the first Batman movie, the Tim Burton movie?
Yeah, the Tim Burton one. There's actually a scene in here that parodies the first Batman film. It says, no. This is how Batman would have dealt with that.
Yeah.
And not only that, but there's so many things they do in this movie that we can't talk about in this review because if we spoil it, people will be pissed. This movie has the balls, the pure brass cojones to go places that other Batman films have never gone to and given us a real solid sense of pathos, a real understanding of not only why these villains are who they are, but why Batman becomes who he is. And it is so fucking dark and deep and heavy. This is not a summer film. This is a fall film given to us in the summer.
It's funny. I had that same thought. I'm like, you know what? Iron Man is a summer film because, hey, it's as good as a superhero movie can be, and it's fun and it's light, and you come out laughing like, man, I can't wait to see it again. And then you go see The Dark Knight, and hey, you enjoy it, but it ain't fun.
You know, it's an emotional experience.
I mean, you're tense through 90% of the movie, on the edge of your seat. You don't know what's going to happen next, and most of what happens is bad, and you're just like, fuck.
Well, see, that was my one problem with this movie, is that they are pushing this as a summer movie, which means you have the toy tie-ins and the kiddie stuff that goes along with this. Yeah. This is not a kid's movie.
It's not.
I would swear to you, take your kid to see this. You get them a Joker toy, get them a doll, that kid's going to lose his mind. Get that motherfucker away from me.
That kid's going to grow up to be the Joker.
So, well, you know what? That is a fair warning to give the parents. Like, if you got a small kid that you think, oh, it's Batman. We watch Batman cartoons. This will be fine. Mm-hmm. No, it's not. Is this rated PG-13?
Yeah.
I mean,
it should have been R.
It's just short of an R.
Yeah. It is, because they got the whole thing with the little Joker figures and the cereal boxes and all that. I'm thinking, and little kids are going for this and thinking this is the wrong audience for that movie. Mm-hmm. But that's not to say it's a bad film. This is,
oh no,
and the Joker. Man, everything they've said about Heath Ledger, forget about Heath Ledger. I mean, he's great. Okay, we know it. He should get Academy Award nomination. If there's no one better than him, he should win. But they got that character right. Because in the theater, people saw the Joker, and they start laughing at first, and once they're like, oh, he playing, look at it, and everybody's like, oh, shit, that's fucked up, man. That ain't funny.
Yeah. He's the way the character was always written in the comic books. He's a raving psychopath. He loves to murder people, not for any particular goal. He just really likes doing it. He's like the scariest villain in superhero history, and Heath Ledger nails it with the fantastic script by David Goyer. I mean, they write him perfectly, and he plays him perfectly. He scares you watching him.
Wait, now you said David Goyer. Goyer didn't
Christopher
get
Nolan and his brother wrote this.
Oh, I thought
Goyer didn't
wrote
get
it.
screenplay credit. He may have worked on it at some point, and I wouldn't doubt it. But
Okay.
the screenplay credit goes to Jay Nolan. Is that his
Well,
brother?
maybe
And
he has
Christopher
maybe he
Nolan.
has the
Jonathan and
story
Christopher.
credit because I know when I was doing my research for the Batman Gotham Knights, it listed him as one of the writers.
Yeah, he was doing research like Batman. He was looking, who is the behind the script on this?
Shut up, Lucius! I said, do it.
Yeah, except he can't afford a sassy English butler. He just got like a Mexican who works in the yard.
This is
Yes, senor.
now the thing is, you touched on this and you kind of breezed over, but really, this is what a lot of people have been wondering about. This was something that this destroyed the people at Warner's because they were gearing up for an Oscar campaign for this movie when just as Ledger passed away. This is Oscar caliber acting. This is the Joker like you have never seen him. This is a villain like you've never seen him. You do not look at him for a second and think of Heath Ledger. You do not think of Brokeback Mountain. You do not think of 10 Things I Hate About You. You see the fucking Joker and he is scary. This is the role that a lot of us, when they first announced him doing it, there were a lot of us that said, you know what? I think that's a good choice. And a lot of people are like, what? That fruity little, all the girls like him? Really? That's going to be the Joker?
I was more in the second camp just because I just seen the Brothers Grimm where he's remember the whole time with this and I couldn't understand what he was saying.
Yeah.
And he kind of did that in Monsters Ball and even in Brokeback Mountain. I mean, I thought he did a fine job, but he still kind of talked like this.
Maybe he's like Eddie Murphy. Maybe he put him behind a bunch of makeup and he just lets go because you don't even recognize that it's Heath Ledger.
you don't.
Let's just say like, they said, we got this guy who's playing the Joker, and they never said his name. Would any of us know that it was Heath Ledger?
Would never have guessed it. in a
And
million
he's a
years.
force of nature in this film. And the weird thing is, as much as we get into the characterization of all these people, we don't really with the Joker. I mean, we just see him as he is. He's a wind, a hurricane blowing through town. He's amazing and perfect the way he is. The character that we see the most about is the beginning of Two-Face, Harvey Dent, who starts off as the district attorney for Gotham City and is good friends with, all our already lovable and somewhat emo characters.
No, in his film though. I mean, everybody's giving credit to Batman and to the character. I'm giving credit to Heath Ledger as a Joker, or the Joker itself. But the real force behind this movie is Christopher Nolan.
Yeah, because even with the first one, he's very much his goal is like, look, I'm not going to do anything in this movie that doesn't make sense. It all has to play out like it's perfectly logical and it could really happen and it plays together in the story. And every element that pops up in the first act comes back again in the third act.
Yeah,
And I gotta say, we have been asking for this for what? This is the 6th Batman film, not including the 1966?
Sure.
Yeah. What have we been asking for the whole time? Can we finally get a film that's a detective film?
Right.
Where the Batman actually has to solve these mysteries and track someone down rather than just a big, showy amount of clashes in the middle of the city. And that's exactly what this is. Batman cannot find this motherfucker.
Yeah.
And he is busting his ass trying to do so.
No, and Christopher Nolan is such a great director. I mean, in this, you have to see this movie in IMAX because there are certain scenes in here that I've made just for IMAX, and they are just so wide and expansive that you feel like they open up with a scene of the city where they're sweeping over, and I'm like pulling my knees up to my chair because I'm like thinking I'm gonna fall, somebody catch me, I'm gonna fall. But that's how huge the screen is, and you feel like you are actually in the city. You feel like these buildings are real, but in addition to his direction and his cinematography, and whoever his cinematographer is, I think he was a cinematographer once, but whoever his cinematographer is incredible. But this script is excellent because the Joker, the Joker is a character who is just all about chaos. I mean, he's almost a victim of himself because he's scary because when he kills people, he's just doing that because something inside of him tells him to do that. Not really because he wants to, but this movie had me so nervous because of the chaos that he created. I mean, not only is he crazy, but he drove the city crazy.
Yeah.
That's true. And the beauty of this movie that a lot of movies seem to drop the ball on is that you come back, you got the Joker, the main villain, and we're talking a lot about him, but you got all these other side characters from the first movie who get more screen time, and yet Bruce Wayne and Batman get lots of screen time too. I mean, with the first Batman movie, the Tim Burton, even when I loved it, I still thought like, well, there's so much Joker, not enough Batman. But here, everything feels equal.
Yeah, and I just think that you have one character here who's still in the show, but you have to look at, like you said, you have to look at Harvey Dent. What's his name? Aaron Eckhart.
Yeah. Aaron Eckhart's getting the shaft because everybody's concentrating on Heath Ledger, and I think Aaron Eckhart did just as good a job.
He did an amazing job himself, and that transformation he makes into the character of Two-Face is amazing too. It's just such a small performance that he has as that villain that you don't really get to notice it as much as you do with the Joker. But they also handled a movie that has two villains. I mean, we've seen so many movies where they have more than one villain and they just screwed up. And this movie this is the first time I've seen it to where it actually worked to great effect.
That's because it's completely organic. It's all part of the big scope. I mean, it's epic filmmaking, really, and there's no fat to trim here at all. Everything is really, really tight and fits in perfectly in the big core story, including the way both those villains are handled.
Except that the movie does run a bit long, and this is one of those things where it's not long in the sense that I was actually looking at my watch, going, "Come on, get this over with. The movie's over already." But because it's 2.5 hours and it's so tense, that last half hour you're just kind of exhausted. You're like, "What the hell can they possibly do now?" And as they're tying everything together, there's still great stuff going on. You're right. I don't know what I could possibly trim to this movie, but it does feel a bit long.
It's so funny because I felt exactly the way everything you just said. I kind of felt that too. But it's like, hey, why should I complain about a good thing being too long? But it will hurt the film just in like that's that many fewer times it can be run in a day.
I don't think that's going to be a big issue because the thing is that people are going to come out and they're going to want to go and see it again, or they're going to tell everybody, dude, you got to see it and you got to see it in a theater.
I think this runs long, maybe in only the same way you'd say The Godfather runs long. It's perfect the way it is. Okay, so it's going to be too long for some people, but you know what? It's perfect just how it is.
Hey, welcome.
Yeah.
If they can't take a joke. I see what you're saying, though. I do think it's not the length. I heard a lot of people say that it's too long because it goes 2.5 hours. I don't think it's the length so much that there is a point where it feels like this movie's about to wrap up, and then they kick another storyline in.
Right.
And it's not a bad storyline. It just feels it doesn't feel smooth, the transition. And that's my biggest complaint,
and
actually.
The thing is there, and I was thinking about this on the ride over, it really is the matter that we've got two villains because they give each of our villains enough time to where they have fully realized stories. And Batman has fully realized stories with them. But I think that had we not had Two-Face in there, it would have been able to be a much shorter film about the Joker, but it wouldn't have been as good a film.
Well, I agree. I mean, if you're going to take one or the other, and it's not that they did it bad. I mean, I'm not going to complain about it. That's a very small complaint. Well, speaking of complaints, I mean, this isn't anything that took away from the movie, but one of the things I found kind of funny and didn't really love about the first movie is how Batman talks.
Oh, I know. You know what? I was going to say that too. Because, I mean, you know, love that Christian Bale, but he's no Kevin Conroy as far as the voice goes.
No.
He does talking like this.
Well,
and there were times when I couldn't even understand what he was saying.
See, that's the thing. Like, Commissioner Gordon's waiting on to tell him something. He's waiting on him. Batman has something important to say. Like, there's some danger going on. You could tell Batman's like, this aren't really.
And by the time Commissioner Gordon says, wait, what did you say? Batman's already gone. He's like, damn it.
Are the buildings already blown up? And Batman's like, oh, yeah. Now, I still don't understand you, man. Can you act it out?
Now, I love that, you know, the Major Crimes Unit has a desk that's assigned to discovering Batman. And I'm just waiting for the time when somebody puts a picture of Bruce Wayne in front of it and says, we think he's the Batman. No, we've got witnesses who have met the Batman. The guy smokes 3 packs a day. Yeah. And if you heard that voice, I am the night. I am the...
I mean, how long have you...
I am vengeance.
Have you tried to talk like that? You start to hurt bad after like 10 seconds. It's no wonder Batman's so quiet most of the time.
Yeah, that's why he didn't do it that
And
much.
with all those gadgets, he couldn't get like a bat voice thing. They sell them at Toys R Us for Christ's
What
sake.
he needs is some Bat Banaka.
Wait a minute. Say that again. He couldn't get a bat toy. I mean,
Voice changer.
With all those gadgets, he can't get like a bat voice changer. They sell them at Toys R Us for Christ's sakes.
Or if nothing else, he could get one from a guy who's had a tracheotomy.
I am the night.
I am the Batman.
I am vengeance.
I mean, that's scarier.
It's coming right for us.
But you got to have one hand. You're going to get shot. You know, you land, you come up there. Who are you? I am the... Get your ass on out of here. But
Kids, cancer is the biggest villain of them all. Don't smoke like Batman did.
now, I have to admit, another reason why I'm impressed with the Joker is because we've all known the Joker to actually be a guy who his skin is actually white. At least that's what we've been led to believe in the comics. Right. His skin is white. His hair is actually green from a chemical spill or something, whatever.
Right.
In the movie, when I first saw the Joker, I was like, he looks like any number of chick got kicked out of bed the next day who still had our makeup on. I mean, I don't buy this. He looks like a drag queen who just got his ass whooped.
Of all the stories that Corey has told us, this is the one I actually believe. I believe that Corey would have gone to bed with a chick that looks like the Joker.
No, she looked fine. She woke up looking like the Joker for more reasons than one.
That's because the beer wore off.
Exactly.
Now, come on. It couldn't have been that bad. He's got 2 arms still.
I mean, my neighbors are looking, Dad, that's the Joker leaving his house. Somebody better call Batman. Shit, I know where he is. He just left Corey's house.
Joker's got nice tits, though.
Let me say it again. And Joker just left Corey's house. I know where he is. Somebody call Batman. Damn, I keep saying Batman and popping this. Somebody call Batman. But anyway, but I have to say that with this, with his performance, I was actually able to overlook that completely.
Oh yeah. Well, like I guess Christopher Nolan decided like what chemicals change the color of his skin. That's utter bullshit. I'm not doing that. Sorry.
Well, this was how Christopher Nolan dealt with the first film, and this was something that a bunch of people were, initially were butting their heads against the wall with Christopher Nolan, and utterly seeing why he was doing it. Like he wanted to get rid of the bat,
the grappling hook,
the grappling hook, and everyone's like, "What? How you this? That's part of Batman." He's like, "Make it make sense." And everything with him has to make sense. And in this movie, all of his gadgets make sense too. Sure. There's no the crazy Batman gadgets are vaguely believable.
Yeah, no, that's true. I mean, because it's designed by somebody. I mean, you believe that because he has a team of people doing it. I mean, in the comics, when he's doing it all himself, it's like, no one man can do this.
Yeah,
but
he's got one
Morgan
black
Freeman
dude.
do it, and everybody believes, well, Morgan Freeman is God. Of course he can create bat sonar. Of course.
Every filmmaker, this is the key to your movie. Put Morgan Freeman in it because he makes everything believable.
That's true.
All you have to do is have him come out and explain it, and the whole audience goes like, "Oh, okay, that makes
Cast
sense."
me, motherfucker.
Yeah, no, anything. Put him in a commercial. I can't believe it's not butter. No, it isn't. Oh, it is.
Okay, wow.
Or you have him say, yes, it is. I can't believe it's butter. Yes, it is.
All you need is, if you're
Tastes
running
like
for
butter to me.
president, all you need is him on your side, pretty much. Barack Obama should go up there and say, he's the one. It's like, he's in. He might as well not even have an election at that point.
Barack Obama had Bernie Mac at his fundraiser. He should have had Morgan Freeman. I would vote for this. I will vote for this motherfucker.
See, that's what you're absolutely right. But what you've got it wrong. What you need to do is Barack Obama just never needs to say another word. He just needs to appear in the commercials that are all narrated by Morgan Freeman.
Yeah, exactly.
That's true.
And then he'll just, his
You were giving me
campaign,
that weird look until you thought about it. Then you're like, oh yeah.
and then his campaign slogan,
Yeah,
I am the night.
I thought you were gonna have Morgan Freeman talk for him. I was like, well, that didn't work for Mike Myers too well.
Yeah, no.
It's funny though, because the only flaw that I could find with making it this realistic is that one day Batman's gonna piss off somebody on his payroll, and they're gonna be like Morgan Freeman, Lucius Fox. He's gonna go and tell everybody, "Yeah, I didn't get paid last week. That motherfucker's Batman." I'm telling you right now.
And you would want to be on Batman's bad side?
Yeah, as they dealt with in the movie itself.
Yeah,
It's
that
really?
scene was. You know what? The thing about this movie, there's about a dozen brilliant scenes. Like, you're going to sit down with your friends and say, what was your favorite scene? And was it going to be Eric Roberts off of the building? Or is it going to be, Lucius Fox talking to the guy and, there? You're going to go through this. Everyone's going to have a different scene because there are so many just succinctly brilliant little moments in this film that you're just going to love.
Honestly, for me, it's just the way it ends. The tightness, the final speech of the film that ends with the first time we see the titles, bang, and I just started crying like a bitch.
It ain't no happy Iron Man ending, that's for damn sure.
No,
it's not. I mean, I'm almost caught between Full Price and Better Than Sex, just because it was such a well-made movie. This is not just a comic book movie. This is a drama. This is a well-made action film. This is a character study of a psychopath. As exaggerated as it may be and unrealistic as it may be, they really made me believe in this world and made it seem very realistic. So
It's what we always wanted, a good crime film that happened to star Batman as the main character. And I'm right there with you. It's somewhere between Better Than Sex and Full Price.
Are you ready for this? Are you ready? I'm going to break my own rule. This is, in theory, of course, Better Than Sex for Cyrus. The first one ever.
Okay, is this the
In
first
theory,
one?
in theory.
Well, wouldn't it help if you had like sex to compare it to?
Well, that's why I'm saying in theory.
Exactly. Yeah. It's okay. It's overrated a little bit.
Is it? Okay, well then it's definitely better than Sex.
Yeah, okay.
Well, it's definitely a strong matinee. I'll give you guys that. No, of course.
Get him!
No, this movie, and you guys touched on it. This movie is the Empire Strikes Back of this series. It is the Superman 2. This is the one that 20 years from now, you guys out there listening are going to look back and refer to as that great superhero movie, that great middle film of a series, that perfect example of what every other film of its type should be. This is absolutely, I see where you guys are, because I'm right there. It's like a high full price, low better than Sex. It didn't blow my mind, but goddamn, it's good. So let's just go the distance. It's better than Sex. If I cannot think of a person I am not going to tell to go see this fucking movie. This is a better than Sex film. It is absolutely everything it needs to be.
I gotta say, you just scared the shit out of me, though, because, what villain is going to have a bunch of cute, fuzzy guys running around in the next one during the whole movie? Who are the Ewoks of The Dark Knight 2?
Hey, see, but that's the thing, is they made a perfect second film, and then everybody said, wow, this guy's a genius. Let him do whatever he wants to do, and then you end up with Southland Tales.
That's a good point.
So let's just say it's perfect the way it is. Don't fuck with it, Nolan.
The one thing I really liked about the other Batman movies was Arnold Schwarzenegger as Mr. Freeze. We're going to bring him back for the third one.
And see if we can do it right this time, because really it wasn't his fault.
No.
When he brought that in and had them completely rewrite the script, those were the guys who fucked it up, not Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah, no, and the puns, genius.
No, it's that's what I'm thinking. That's a valid point. From this point on, what other villain can they bring in? Do you really need a guy running around in a costume with a bunch of question marks on it?
Actually, you know what? Somebody mentioned something to me today that I would have never thought of, except that he dropped a name with it. He wants to see Philip Seymour Hoffman as the Penguin.
Somebody said that same thing to me. I was doing that call-in thing, and we had this whole long discussion about Batman and villains. And somebody said, Philip Seymour Hoffman, don't give him a crazy nose,
Right.
Yeah,
the idea of making the Penguin a mutated guy who's half penguin and half man, that came later with Tim Burton.
That was
stupid.
bullshit.
Yeah.
Well, and even, the thing is look, they just redesigned the Joker and got him better than anyone else ever has. Let him redesign whoever the fuck he wants now. Just go with it. He's gotten 3 villains absolutely right.
I got to say, it's also time to bring Catwoman in.
Yeah, no, you're right. I think Catwoman is one of the big things to come in, and there is no love interest in the film anymore. So.
Wait,
Right.
So the guy in the Batman suit wants to see the girl in latex.
I think everybody wants to see the girl in latex.
Not
Not just the guy in the Batman suit.
I'm not sure. Yeah.
I am straight man, and therefore I would like to see.
So I guess we're going to bring in Halle Berry to play the Catwoman.
No, Scarlett Johansson. Haven't you heard? She's already in talks in my mind.
Nice.
Guys, are we going to talk about this?
Drop it, Carlisle.
Can we address this, please?
No, drop it.
Guys, can we talk about the latex Avenger over here?
And drop it.
No, I really want to see how long he keep this up. I'm curious.
What are you talking about?
Oh, come
I am
on.
vengeance. I am the knight.
You are no Kevin Conroy.
I am Batman. I'm sorry. Wait. Shit. Alfred!
I'll go get the broom.
Leon, the bat grappling hook's not canon anymore. Come down.
You got another line?
Well, I'm sorry. What was the one that you wanted me? Okay. Damn it. That didn't work out like I expected it to.
Say, well, I didn't work out like I thought it would.
Well, that didn't work out like I thought it would. Well, that didn't work out like I thought it would.
All right, any other lines you got?
Crap.
Yeah, do that. Yeah, try that. More powerful.
Yeah. No. Crap. Ouch.
Not yet. Go ahead.
Ouch. Ow. Ouch.
Say, ow, quit it.
Ow. Quit it.
All right. Yeah, man, damn, ain't you hot in that? All right, Carl, I'll grab his ass. I'm getting tired of looking at him in that outfit. And then you now say, hey.
Hey. Quit playing.
Wait a minute. Just no sequel. Just say, hey, hey, hey.
Hey, hey, hey!
I think it was pronounced hey, hey, hey.